Being in Cheltenham, new audience, so I can repeat the same shit that I've been doing for right, I've got one political and one personal. I've got time for two. Got time for two. Which one first? Political or personal?
Personal.
Personal. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, no apologies. If you've heard it before, you can hear it again. It's titled 1,000 Miles from Sainthood. I used to live the high life and dine out most nights on cocktails of prescription medication, weed and amphetamines, with the odd cheeky line of the unpurest shit from Peru, all washed down with Jim Beam, Canadian Club and Wild Turkey 101. Recreational drug experimentation wasn't taught in schools officially, skimming up with soap bar at lunchtime like it was cool. It was self-education of adolescence. Maybe I should have taken up chemistry instead of passing out on trichloroethane, sat at the back in double history. As bad as this was, the ironic twist is, I was pretty damn good at doing all this. I'll never drink Tango again, it will forever be tainted with the taste of bargain basement, own brand vodka, flashbacks to that morning, sat in bath, cold bath with bottle empty, blade in hand, searching with cuts for the femoral artery. I patched myself up, packed a bag and fucked off, bought a deliberately one-way ticket to Manchester Piccadilly. Sobered up, the police picked me up. And yeah, Joanne, it was you who saved me. As bad as this was, the ironic twist is, I was pretty damn good at doing all this. Yeah, I admit I probably smoked too much, but that beats the shit out of toking too much, and the horrendous drug-induced psychosis that went hand in hand with this habit. The battles inside my head with imagined enemies brought on by smoking what you call high grade. Well, back in the day we smoked Temple Ball and Sensi, rolled in green Rizzler, licking the seam of a #1 embassy. And I wonder sometimes, too much, I admit, why my head is as fucked up as it is. I choose to avoid intoxicants wherever possible. The spirits remain sealed safely intact on the shelf, but maybe I'll fall just like the best have at times. I guess I'll never wander too far from that bottle. In a few years, maybe I'll have things in order when I've gotten a firm grip of this disorder and chaos. Until then, I'll live with acceptance and learned lessons. And I wonder sometimes, too much I admit, what life would have been without questionable choices. I've done more wrong than I'll ever do good, and I'm 1,000 miles from sainthood. But I'm patching up scars and repairing broken hearts, and dealing with my demons through wordcraft. Thank you. Political one always seems to go down well in light of the current state of the government and the system. Current? Anyway, it's called Greed and Corruption. Please don't take this as being angry, it's more passionate. Fuck this system which breeds dishonesty, disease, greed and corruption. Bankers, politicians and multinationals with their shady deals, backhanders and unjustifiable sky-high bonus systems, and with clever manipulation of the press and media system, all within minutes is seemingly forgotten. A high street filled with coffee shops that suck the money from your pockets but give very little back in taxes. Nothing we can do, they say, it's loopholes in a system. The same system designed by the same thieving, lying, scheming, corrupt politicians. Those with disabilities stripped of their benefits and forced to line up at food banks to feed. Taxes pulled out of thin air if you've got more rooms than you need. And the honest working man has his pockets ransacked time and time again, while politicians line their already bursting purses. Frontline services, including doctors and nurses, facing pitiful pay rises. An NHS system run on guilt, the guilt of those who chose to dedicate their lives to saving souls. And an education system more concerned with league table results than actually producing what this country needs, which is individuals with their own minds and their own voices, instead of being taught how to think before you've even finished suckling on milk. Dumb down the population with mindless fucking television commercials to convince you that the latest car and the biggest TV will make you happy, distracted from what's really going on. Poverty on every street, a country on its knees. Billions spent waging wars in foreign lands, fighting extremists armed with the weapons that the so-called civilised Western world sold them. And we hear of young men and women being radicalised time and time again. A backwash of racial hatred, fighting on our own streets, all in the name of greed. Welcome to the world of greed and corruption, where all your ill dealings are forgiven if you've got the pounds to line the pockets of the morally rotten. But come Judgment Day, at the top of the steps, signposted for heaven and hell, the corrupt will be begging, asking for forgiveness, retracting their words, denying their dishonest actions. Shut the gates, let them feel the fucking flames. Thank you.